Warm greetings, Josie here, continuing on in our exploration of the Major Arcana during this pivotal time that we are in. The energies, let's see, are sweet and soft this year end, and deep gratitude is being shared to those that cloak us, protect us, care for us, our most beloved, our most honored ancestors. I thank you for walking with me. I thank you for supporting me in sharing these contemplations. So what card wishes to be shared today? The High Priestess. The High Priestess shares much symbolism from many different religions and how they coexist. There is something in acknowledging the knowledge of multiple religions that coexist here to support us in remembering things that are deeper than what may have been written in books, deeper than and further accessed through our own cognizance, our own connection to our body, to our bones, to our blood. Our most wondrous, intuitive connections. There is much to be explored with the High Priestess card, with this card. This card is allowing you to become aware that there are heightened, almost like levels and concepts and awareness that actually simply reside within you, within your form. And that it is not, as you see, an efforting to access those knowings. This beautiful being is sitting reposed, draped in robes and sacred colors, right? Draped in trinkets of awareness, drinked in like a drinking or protection, and connected to their amulets. But they are not efforting. And so there is something in this that as much as you may seek, as much as you may push in your seeking at this time, as much as you feel like it is difficult, that journey of like, I need to squint my eyes and you know, I feel this like the energy of that effort, like that you must work hard at it. But of course, there is a sharing that what bears fruit, what comes to light, comes in repose, in this definite and distinct awareness of your body, of your and your bodily knowledge. There is a connection of intuition, okay? There's almost like they're sharing like intuition or understanding of intuition is like something that is just on the brink of further awareness. So allow yourself to accept your intuitive nature. This intuitive nature has also nothing to do with gender. There is something to be like, to let that like move. Let that move from your awareness. It is, they're almost like sharing it was a malfunctioning of some teachings. Intuitive nature is something that is of human nature, of our body, our body's remembrance and cognizance and awareness of what almost like rhythms have come before. And they're sharing like those sensations and rhythms can be accessed by anyone as soon as they access and sit and allow themselves to almost like commit in their connection to the rhythms of nature. If it is of human nature, it is of earth nature. It is of our home. It is of where we reside upon now. You do not have to feel like you have to move into the, like the foreign jungles or like the places that, unless you reside there, there is like, you can simply access this further knowing exactly where you are right now. And it comes from relinquishing the demand or the command on your own body to like know more, to further like excavate and mine and like dedicate, like you know what I mean? That hardness that we sometimes have put into studentship and studiousness in general. And what they share of how intuitive nature or intuition, okay, this bodily knowing, this bodily remembering, and accessing of further truths is almost like an entryway. So if you accept that, if you accept that you carry that, and gently and slowly each day allow space for that to develop. And as you know now, it's not developing in hard, fast, steadfast, like strong intensity. It is in those moments of repose and gentle breaths and presence, allowing yourself to almost like to sit and just be present with how your breaths move through your body and what sensations arise, how you almost navigate and travel through the landscape of your own body, and discovering like the valleys, the divots, the geysers, the eruptions, the mountain tops, the places where you might plummet and dive into. Allow yourself space and time simply to be with your body and the sensations carried in there. And that will support your body in feeling that it is safer to communicate to you on a regular basis, that you then can allow some of that access to support your own like decisions or choices. And these decisions that intuition supports are ones that, of course, purport and allow further safety first. Further safety as well as then further ease. Further ease in your movements, further ease in your actions. So that again, if there's less effort to access it, then it will share and allow less efforting in some of your actions, your things that you are dedicated to like make happen. Whew. Big breath. Sorry, I'm like, with eyes closed, I may just be, message comes straight through. Let's just share that. At times, message comes just straight through, and I allow it, for it is something that feels safe in my body as well. Does that make sense? So that there is then a natural permission to allow that, that energy of the message to just step through. And so there's even in that knowledge that sometimes then people describe this card as an actual person, right? Like a being, because you're feeling that the energy or that knowing is simply stepping through, like stepping out of the shadows of you. And you're like, well, that must be then this like divine being, this dedicated being, this committed being, this higher version of me. Ooh, and I feel like this is you in your entirety. This is you in your entirety when you access these messages. This is you in your entirety of knowing, in the multiplicity of the experiences carried within. from multiple lifetimes, from multiple awarenesses and understandings of how our body can function as our most beneficent and beloved advisor. So allow your body and your intuition to be on your team at this time. And then, yes, as things develop and progress gently, easefully, with no like necessity or like need to advance it, because it shares such like wondrous things in its actuality, that then slowly but surely you may discover more of what is in store, like what is stored within your body's knowing, within like those and it's not even like the deeper, darker corners of your soul, right? It's about like actually just accessing the subtler spaces, for as you feel more confident and comfortable in receiving those rhythmic kind of like they're sharing like embraces and movements of the body to support you in your movements and actions on these planes, that then over time you just access further and further subtle. And then in those subtle awarenesses, they may feel like these most magnificent graces or gifts that you then start to access further connection with ancestral connection and touch. You then further access, like, do you see all the things that are carried in our bodily makeup that are there for all to access and adore and to gently like cherish, like they're showing like, like what's in storage, right? Like these stores within you, this wealth of like deep connection and support that we carry in our actual bodies, that like we wouldn't have to go seeking anywhere else. We could then, and just those cherished goods that are so sacred that as soon as you connect with them, you're just like, oh, right, like I don't need to like, no wonder these things are thought to be secret. No wonder these things are thought to be so like high and developed, because once accessed, oh, I'm getting even tears in my eyes. It's like the wonder and the beauty of them. There is then like no need to like proclaim them and share them out loud and wide. There are things that like you can then acknowledge, like these stores are not because they were hidden and they were like dark and deep secrets. It's that they were like there to support my carriage. Thank you, Paco. Deep gratitude to my dog familiar. For when I speak of intuition, I can move far into it. I clearly connect far and subtle. And so thank you for sharing where to stop. Where to stop on a public message when first accessing a card read of the High Priestess. May you receive and may you re-listen to this. Since it was, much of the message was direct, there will be energy shared to support your bodily knowings. And may this support you in the tender times ahead, is kind of how they share it. Tender days ahead. To honor that there is beauty, grace, and gifts accessed in that simple breaths and attention brought to presence, and how your body moves in that presence, and how your mind releases and relaxes in that presence. And how at times, though, the mind will kind of run rampant. And so then you have to be a good caregiver and good supporter for your mind as you allow further awareness and almost like strength of your bodily intuition to affirm itself. To affirm itself as much as you honor the strength and the care of your mind, of your own mind. So that at one time, it may not feel like a juxtaposition or a division or a derision between like what is leading, and that they can almost like advise, like guide you together. Like almost like, and it's an interesting thing, it's almost like a syncing. So it's not that you're like going mind, body, mind. It's just like there's a syncing. There's a syncing of the consciousness and the practices that you've done with your mind to to a beautiful kind of harmonic music of the rhythms and the expressions of your body. Enjoy what you may from this message today. Deep gratitude. You're welcome to, of course, follow, subscribe, all the things. If you wish to connect for more personal connections, the links are you know where. Take care. Many blessings.